I'ma try it out. Okay.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. What's up, guys? Today, me Nadatul Fazira.
I'm Afiza.
We are going
To do a movie critic.
Okay, guys. Next, we are going to read the movie synopsis of the Jonny English. So, the movie synopsis is about the new adventure begins when a cyber attack reveals the identities of all the activities undercover agent in Britain, leaving Jonny English as the Secret Service last hope.
And call out for retirements, English dive headfirst into actions with the missions to find the mastermind hackers. As a man with a few skills and analog methods, Jonny English must overcome the challenges of modern technologies to make these missions a success. Okay, next.
Then I will critics about the videos in the scene 1. So the synopsis of the scene 1 is okay. It's about the staff in the M17 headquarters that are careless. He is playing with his phone, and suddenly the system in that headquarters being hacked by someone. So the Prime Minister is really angry about the problem, and they need to solve the problem. Okay, in critic 1, when one of the staff in the M17 headquarters playing with his phone, which is he's playing games, then suddenly all the system in the headquarters has been hacked, and all the data in the system is being exposed. So this is cause all the departments in the headquarters get a problem, and actually the work ethic that the staff need to show is we must focus when we are doing our works and not play with our phone. Okay, next, critic number 2. This situation when the Prime Minister say, "You wake me up because some fat fingers had pinched your PIN number." So, the Prime Minister reveal a very poor work ethic and unprofessional as the Prime Minister. Based on the communication theory, the Prime Minister should not use those words to her assistant because it will cause the assistant feel bad, and it also affecting the Prime Minister reputation. So the recommendation that the Prime Minister need to take is she must use appropriate word so that the assistant feel better, and she as a Prime Minister must always be ready when there is a big problem happen. Okay, in next is critic number 3. So it's happened when the Prime Minister say, "So 1 week before I host my G12 summit, Britain's entire security apparatus has been taken and you know absolutely nothing." So based on the communication theory, it's not appropriate for the Prime Minister to scold her worker alone because this is all the department fault. So the Prime Minister should scold all the staff in the department. The Prime Minister scold the assistant in front of all of the workers. This shown the Prime Minister was a very not unprofessional in the workplace. So her comments will cause embarrassment for the assistant, and her comment also reflect lack of respect for the assistant. For the recommendation is the Prime Minister should not scold the assistant in front of others and needs to think professionally on how she and the other staff can solve the problem.
Okay guys, you have been watched a critic for scene 1. Now I'm going to elaborate for scene 2. Okay, in scene 2 shows that Mr. English had been called again after he retired as a secret agent, and he has to be a spy again after a cyber attack at main system in the Prime Minister headquarters. And he was selected over another 3 spies for these missions. He had given all the things that needed for complete the missions, and he also asked for his ex-colleague Conpov. Critic 1. Not respect fellow workers. When his boss asked for the other agents, Mr. English said without guilty that they nodded off. Then he also rude to the other senior workers, and he grabbed the coffee when his senior wanted to take it. And his behavior is a concern because he is really clumsy. And based on the non-verbal communication theories, it is inappropriate to make a face like that when communicate with other workers, you know, in a face like that. So he was the only one that still awake can take the mission. So this way they can make a reputation of his fellow workers look back as he talked negative about his fellow workers. And a worker should care about her colleague reputations and be professional in work. Okay, critic number 2, not respect a boss. Mr. English ordering his boss assistant as he is a boss, and he said, "You should probably start a list." He asked for many dangerous things like weapons, and do not let his boss speak that what he needs to do first because he's talked too much. And based on communication theories, he should not order someone to do work for him, especially he's not or she's not your workers, and it may hurt his boss' pride as her workers talk recklessly to his personal assistant. And as a good workers, we have to respect other people, especially our boss. Critic number 3, a loyal worker. Above always guard his clumsy superior, which is Mr. English, whenever his superior make mistakes. When Mr. English not appreciate a smartphone given by company to fulfill the missions, and he said, "What he's on about, Buff? I need a weapon, not a box of gobbledygook." And Buff correct him as their boss listened by saying, "I think what Agent English is getting at, sir, is all these highly trackable. But since we are dealing with a very sophisticated digital target, we might less visible if we took a more analog and low-tech approach." Based on communication theories, Mr. English speaks rudely and insulting the things given to him. This scene shows that Mr. English do not watch his language when his boss was around. Okay, he should thank. And I recommend that he should thank the company for giving and provide him a good device to complete the missions.
Okay guys, now we are the last part, which is the conclusion. So the conclusion for this Jonny English movie critic is, from the video we can learn about unprofessional, poor work ethics and good worker in the workplace. This video expert highlight the importance of work ethic and the personality in the workplace.
Okay, we can conclude that all these aspects of communication will impact the relation and also teach us the importance of effective communication. And we must remember that when interacting professionally, we must to show respect and listening attentively and observing politeness in every aspect of communication.
Okay guys,
thank
you for watching.
Don't forget to
subscribe,
like and comment.
You make me